This storeroom is property of the Albs of Ignadon. Entry is strictly forbidden to anyone without proper authorization.
You don't take any prisoners, huh?
When it comes to preserving my people, there is only one directive. And you clearly violated it.
All right, let's just relax. What are you doing here?
I'm Nyra. I'm in charge of our batteries.
So you're like, what, security?
Security? No, that's not exactly what I'm doing here.
Hang on a minute. Don't I know you from somewhere?
Yes, you do. We met in the domed city in Abessa. I was the only good technician in that cleric settlement. Remember? I was a separatist. It was a long time ago. The rules are different now.
Huh. Yeah, I noticed. How'd you get here?
I lost my home back when I was a separatist. I didn't know what to do. I ended up in the domed city, working as a technician for the clerics. I was doing that when we met. I survived. I even made good money. But it was a life of compromise. I often did things that went against my convictions. Those days are gone.
You're pretty impulsive for someone raised by the Albs.
I am a true Albigan now. There are consequences to that.
And anybody who doesn't do things how you like them gets hit in the head a few times.
You know better than anyone what ELEX withdrawal can do. The fight against extreme emotion can be incredibly hard on us.
Fine. I accept your apology.
There has to be a life without ELEX. It's the only way we can get our senses under control. That's why I try to stop our ELEX as often as I can.
As long as I'm not around when you do. You seem to know me well.
Well, you were a major figure in the court at the Ice Palace. It was a long time ago. But you were under the direct authority of the Hybrid, weren't you?
Pretty dark chapter in my career.
Nonetheless, I still didn't recognize you back then in the domed city. Yet more proof that blue ELEX clouds our senses without us knowing it.
There's a new group in Caracas. It calls itself the Sixth Power. Its members have gathered in the old bastion to fight off the invaders.
Why are you telling me this?
You'd be a suitable candidate to join. If you can control your mood swings.
And how do you know I don't sympathize with these alien invaders?
I don't think you'd give up control of your existence entirely. Your expertise and fighting skill would be valuable to the Sixth Power. And to me.
You could be right. I have to admit, your offer has some appeal. I wouldn't be entirely against it. However...
What are your duties here at the depot?
In essence, I am committed to the preservation of our community. My role is evaluation of the secret strategic plans of the other factions. This information would give us an incredible advantage.
Who exactly do you mean when you say us? People in general or just the Albs?
Does it matter?
What happens when there's a conflict between the two?
That's irrelevant. Don't tell me that the Sixth Power wouldn't benefit immensely. If a conflict did arise, the situation would need to be reassessed.
Oh. Well, you've obviously thought this through.
No, but I'll have to do so if it actually comes to that.
However, you must admit there is a risk that our agreement may not last long.
That's always a danger. no matter what the current arrangement is.
Sounds exciting.
It sounds exciting? Wouldn't it make more sense to wait until you know whether it leads to such an emotion?
Oh, not entirely against it. The hell does that mean?
You were once an idol to us all. You were the most effective commander the Albs ever had. But that was long ago. You and the Free People have fought a war against us.
I was acting on my own account, that's true. But it wasn't as if I had a choice. The hybrid would have thrown the Albs to their doom.
Relying on the promises of the hybrid was a big mistake. But if everything had gone according to plan and the directive,
then sooner or later the hybrid would have put all of Magellan's creatures into the converters to snatch the ELEX from them. As a separatist, you fought for the old values of the Albs and against the hybrid. So you should know better, Nyra. No one could have survived that, not even the Albs. The Free People and I had to intervene to stop the worst from happening.
Strange hearing that from your mouth, but who knows? Maybe you're right, maybe not. I'm not sure it matters. Like I said, those days are long gone.
How exactly is this gonna work? Obtaining the secret, strategic plans of other factions.
Why are you so interested?
Well, while you're rotting here in your camp, you really won't be able to get a hold of anything. You're gonna have to leave the depot. And once you're outside, you'll need help if you want to get anywhere.
I see. And you're the one that's going to help?
Why not? I help you, and you become my comrade in arms.
I would need to think about that first.
I don't have much time. Answer me now.
I'll think about it.
Fine. I don't want to rush you, but...
You assure me that you'll ask nothing of me that could harm my people?
I can't promise you that. We're in a war for the survival of mankind.
A general but honest answer. I understand. All right. I'll take my chances. Listen to what I'm planning. We've noticed a few outlaws watching the depot. They're almost certainly gathering intel on our HQ and making strategic attack plans. I want those plans. I need to find out what the outlaws know so I can protect our people from them. If you want to keep your word and support me, then this is your opportunity.
You can count on me. Show me the outlaws you want to steal from.
Very determined, as always. Okay, I'm ready. Let's go. See? There they are. They've been turning up here for a while now.
It's just a scout patrol.
Maybe. But I don't like being spied on. They've hidden their strategic plans somewhere in a small repository. We'll search the repository and capture their plans.
What if they catch us doing it?
They're outlaws. No one will miss them.
Or we could just steal the plans out from under them.
So avoid any open conflict? Didn't you say it could be done without open conflict?
It doesn't matter. We still haven't got your plans.
Then go and find them. They must be somewhere near the scout troops' storage facility.
I got the outlaws' plans.
Excellent work. Give them to me. Well, thank you. I'll check them out later. This has probably helped us to thwart an imminent attack on our depot.
I see that pleases you.
Is that so? Well, we can be very pleased. Even the smallest battles sometimes have a devastating effect on the overall picture.
Okay, so now what?
I have to think about it. I'll stay by your side while I do. And thank you.
Yeah, don't mention it. How's everything going? Look. Status report.
Nothing worth reporting. So, I'd like to call in a favor with you.
Meaning?
I want you to accompany me on my next mission.
What exactly would that entail?
There's a group of clerics exploring Caracas. I want to know what makes them tick, and what they think about us Albs. I want to know their plans, and get an idea of how dangerous they could be to us Albs.
I see. Do you know where these clerics are right now?
Yeah, but not for how long. We have to move fast if we're gonna catch them.
Okay, let's go take a closer look at your clerics.
Good. All right, let's go. They usually camp in that area up ahead. We must have the plans on them. We keep our heads down, we can seize them. But that is not the prime objective in this matter.
But why the clerics? You really think they could be dangerous to you Albs?
The ELEX made us emotionless. With our brothers and sisters, the clerics, it's different. They don't take any ELEX. That must be a great advantage if you ask me. They're all dead. That's good.
Depends on how you want to look at it.
What about their plans?
I'm still looking.
Good. I really need to examine them.
Here are the clerics' strategic plans.
Thanks. That's really going to help.
Glad to help.
Clerics are philanthropists and have a great deal of empathy. That makes them receptive to many things that we Albs are incapable of. It has a lot to do with intuition. It makes many actions seem very irrational to us Albs. But from my current perspective, they aren't. We can still learn from our brothers and sisters.
I see. What will you do next?
After checking out the cleric's plans, we need to take a closer look at the Morcons. Ask me again later when I'm ready.
How's it going?
I'm ready to grab some Morcon strategic plans. Their destructive potential could reduce the depot to rubble. That has to be prevented at all costs.
I know the Morcons pretty well by now. I joined them. There are far more powerful things that threaten all of us.
The attacks by the foreign invaders are clearly structured, and their intentions are fairly obvious. But the falseness and unpredictability of the free people is far more alarming to me. Let's find out.
Show me these so-called Morcons.
Okay, follow me. It's like last time. The Morcons have hidden their plans somewhere over there. I don't think they'll be too happy about us taking them.
Whatever it is you're hoping to achieve, we're just gonna make them mad when they find out what we're actually up to.
If you want to avoid that, then you better make sure they don't spot us. These Morcons seem hell-bent on destruction and nothing else.
It is what they stand for.
Have you got their plans?
Not yet, but soon. Here are the Morcon plans you wanted.
Good. In fact, that's very good. Finally, some more insight into the machinations of these religious lunatics. I'll check this out as soon as possible.
Then what?
I don't know yet. Ask me again later.
So, have you gleaned any insights from the plans yet?
I have indeed. Several. But I hardly think they will be of any use to you.
Why not?
Because it's about emotional reactions and attitudes towards certain circumstances.
Such as?
How they think about procreation. What they'd do if none of the other groups were there anymore. Highly advanced techniques related to unavoidable threats and fears of survival.
You're talking about psychology, about being human in itself.
It sure looks that way to me.
Okay. How are you going to protect your people with this?
You of all people should know that. If you know your enemy, you know how to hurt them most effectively. Exactly. Listen, I have another request for you. I'd like to get my eyes on some of the Berserkers' strategic plans.
That's not at all surprising. You got any idea where you might find plans like that?
There's a group of Berserkers roaming around somewhere near the Tavar fort. We should take a closer look.
All right, let's go find your Berserkers.
Let's get the fuck out of here then, before they're gone. I still don't understand why my people have developed such a fear of the Berserkers.
Anything foreign can be seen as a threat. The Berserkers are trying to preserve both mankind and nature, but their methods are often esoteric. And that's difficult to understand for an alb, looking at it from a scientific background.
Isn't this one of those situations that an emotional person would call regrettable?
No, I'm pretty sure this is what they call a massacre. Here are the Berserkers' plans.
My analysis is progressing well. I think it's time to end our collaboration.
Now? I thought we were just starting to understand each other.
You know what I want. I want to protect the elves.
And you know what I want, that you fight here by my side.
This could take forever. I have far better things to do.
Wait a minute, you still owe me one. You're gonna stay right here until we're through with this.
I'm warning you.
No, you're part of the Sixth Power now, and it's time you accepted that.
That wasn't the deal.
I've helped you often enough. It's time you gave something back. You can go back to the depot when you're done with your tasks.
And how do you think that would look?
Let's start by keeping the Bastion clean.
You're assigning me to clean up the living quarters?
To cool off, I suggest you go hunting and make sure the number of animals in the area doesn't get out of control.
The animals?
Unless you have a better way to help.
No, not really.
Okay, then get out there and let me know when you're done.
Yeah, all right, I'll do it.
I'll come back in a while to check on your work.
Yes, sir. Asshole. The area around the Bastion is clean now, right?
In that case, I've got another job for you.
Huh? What's that? You got a job? Is it cleaning?
I see you still haven't cooled off. It would be better for all of us if you could pull guard duty inside the Bastion for a while.
But
You need to get your shit together and understand what this is all about.
all right. But I need precise instructions on how you want this guard duty carried out.
To protect the Sixth Power, you need to keep a close eye on all accommodation areas.
The people like moving around and rarely stay in one position. This makes it difficult to keep a constant eye on them all.
Then think of it as a challenge.
But that's... fine. As you command. And for how long?
Until you've cooled down and can think clearly again.
You're not just gonna forget me and let me go to waste in that bastion?
No, that's not my intention.
Good. Hey, listen. Enough already. I want a proper job.
I'm not so sure. Have you given more thought to our arrangement?
Yeah, well, you can trust me. I won't cause you any more trouble.
Okay, then get ready. We'll be going into battle soon.
Good. I'll prepare myself. So, if you ever need a comrade in arms by your side again, I'm available now. Jax,
What?
I got a problem.
What's up?
I've been trying to cut down my ELEX use for days. I tell myself it's the way to true effectiveness and intuition. Without even really knowing what... I don't even know how to say it.
You have doubts.
Yeah, but not because of the ELEX. I don't think my own people even understand what they're fighting for. I've spent a lot of time studying the plans we captured from the other factions. There's a lot of truth and power in them. To be honest, I would have expected much more hostility against the Alps. Most of the plans I've been able to look at were devoted to self-defense.
At times like these, everyone thinks of themselves and their own first.
I'd expected more ideological intentions and religious ideas. And now, under the circumstances, I'm not sure how it all affects the Alps. Do our own plans provide the same? Are we seeing the situation clearly? Or are we still sightless? Like back then, when everyone was blindly following the hybrid.
You don't know.
I follow the teachings of our agents and the commander. But I've never had a direct insight into their orders, much less.
I understand. You want to get your hands on the Alb's strategic plans.
I see no other way to remove my doubts. I've heard about a patrol of troopers somewhere up above the depot. Let's try our luck there.
All right. Let's go and check out your Alb patrol.
Yeah, let's do that. There's one thing, though. I don't want any of them harmed. Get it?
I know. That goes without saying.
All right. Then let's see you get hold of their plans without them realizing, okay?
We'll give it a shot. Here are the Alb's plans.
Yeah, that's them. Feels treacherous to take them.
It feels treacherous because it is treason. We stole strategic war plans from your leaders. Well, it couldn't do much worse to turn the Albs against us.
We better keep this incident to ourselves. You agree with me, don't you?
I think it would be better.
Good. I'm gonna concentrate on studying my people's plans for now. You don't have anything more important to do. Would you excuse me?
Of course.
Living at your side has been a completely new experience for me.
Okay. Is that a good thing?
That's hard for me to say. It's the first time that I've escaped the hold of ELEX for such a long period of time.
I think that's quite an achievement.
Well, thank you. But I also know what a pain in the ass I can be when well, whatever. I keep thinking about what life will be like after the war. Don't you? I mean, you must have plans for what you're gonna do if we survive all this.
I don't know exactly yet, but I'd love it if you could be a part of it.
Well, I mean, the thought had crossed my mind. Well, I'll think about it.
Hey, what are you doing here?
I was afraid you'd find me. Why can't you just let me go?
I've invested too much in you to just give up now.
A very sober and objective explanation, but I don't believe it at all.
That's all you're getting. You better explain to me what all this nonsense is about.
It's the Free People. I've learned a lot about the other communities recently. I had to accept that their intentions and motives are not so different from those of my people.
Is that a good thing, or not?
No, not at all. It would mean that all my life I've been under the mistaken impression that...
I am so sorry you have to deal with this.
I'll never be one of them.
Well, maybe not. But you can try. If you give up now, the Skyants will win in the end. Pain, suffering, doubt, even hatred and violence. They're all very human. It's not weakness. It's a foundation for empathy. A way of perceiving the world. Come with me. I'll help you do this.
I don't know. It's such a mess.
It's a storm. Almost all the time, a whirlwind of logic and emotion. Let me help you.
What if it goes wrong? Badly wrong.
Then it does. And then you try it again.
Your willpower is...
It's not willpower, Nyra. It's humanity. Come on. You still have a lot of work to do.
Okay. I'll follow you. I have one more request.
Go on.
The Skyans. I want to study their plans too.
The humans' plans I could still understand. But the Skyans?
Just do me a favor. I need to verify something extremely important. I was able to make out a small group of them operating not far from here. Will you come with me if I try to capture their plans?
All right. I'll help you capture the strategic plans from the Skyans.
Then let's not waste any more time. They'll attack as soon as they see us.
I'm used to that.
I'll leave it up to you to decide which method we use to get the plans. You are still very effective.
I'll take that as a compliment.
Well, you took down the Skyans. Did you get hold of their plans?
Huh. I knew there was something else.
Then hurry and get them. I thought again about my life and the one after it.
Yeah? And what was the result of all this thinking?
No result. I'm just undecided. I really need some guidance. What do you mean? What do you think I should do when all this is over?
I believe we have a future together, just the two of us. I want you to stay with me.
Oh, but that's surprising. I don't know.
Yes, Nyra. You do know.
Well then I've got one or two really fundamental things to figure out. We need to talk again about the storage of the supplies.
Again?
Yes. This inadequate approach to warehouse structuring is highly inefficient.
Oh, really?
Absolutely. The state of the arsenal is also basic at best. We're unlikely to win this war if we carry on like this. I predict we'll see a failure of the basic systems in the first 2 cycles of the...
Oh, yeah.
Did everything go to your satisfaction?
Of course. Yeah.
Okay.
Here are the Skyans' plans.
Show them to me. It's just as I thought. They're structured just like the human plans. The truth is simply the truth.
And what's that?
The bottom line is, I get it now. The instinct for self-preservation, the ideologies, flocking together, love, even hate. I used to be calm and logical. Now I'm explosive and highly sensitive. And I'm starting to like it. I mean, I know I go from one extreme to the other a lot. But I don't think I'd want to be without them. Even if it means that I often suffer the burden of emotions.
I think you're doing pretty good.
Thanks for never giving up on me. I owe you one.
Really? Then how about...
No more guard duty, okay?
No. No more guard duty. Promise.
Good. Then let's move on. I think we left some loose ends.
How's everything going?
The way we work together is proving to be very effective. It's so senseless, this war. Just a waste of valuable resources. Now that the main threat is contained, shouldn't we be dismantling the Skyend's technology?
Knock yourself out.
Okay, that was a little too fast for me. What's the catch? Our people could make good use of this upgrade of the Skyend's transformers.
Just grab the gun so we can really get into the action when things go south.
Extremists like you have never been good scientists or technicians. But I appreciate the value of the Skyend's work, and we'll try to make it work for us. But one more thing. To some of us, mutants are our brothers. They'll take advantage of the chaos. They're real masters at that. It'd be better if we stop them before they cause any irreversible damage.